A man was accused by this woman of attempting to kidnap her child.
Did someone try to take you from mommy?
Yeah. I was in the Walmart and I had to
There
wrestle
we
the
go.
baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
Someone trying to snatch your baby?
Yes.
Police say it was this man, 56-year-old Mahindra Patel.
Disaster was narrowly averted, she said.
2-year-old Jude was not hurt, and his sister was unharmed as well, something Miller is grateful for today.
It was a warning to others, she said.
There really are people out here, and then a mile radius of us right now, that have ill intentions, that are targeting people, that are planning to do these things. Just be prepared for it when it does.
But as it turns out, that was actually a lie. But that didn't keep cops and prosecutors from keeping this completely innocent man in jail for 47 days.
Multiple guns being pointed at him. They treated him like a criminal because of the warrant that these defendants in my lawsuit got on him. And then they brought him to the jail. And he's
I should get a word on him. Damn, that was fast.
That any decent prosecutor can indict a ham sandwich. And that's what happened here. They decided to get him indicted, even though they supposedly couldn't get the video to play.
They got that warrant fast as hell. But in this situation, let me ask y'all, I want y'all to be completely honest. Do y'all believe that it was because he was a man? Y'all don't believe that if a woman tried to kidnap a baby that, cops would have gotten involved as fast too? Because damn, they got involved fast as hell. I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
His elderly mother some arthritis medication. Meanwhile, this woman is riding around Walmart on a So this man goes into a Walmart to buy his elderly mother some arthritis medication. Meanwhile, this woman is riding around Walmart on a mobility scooter, even though she's not disabled. Her kids are literally hanging off of it as she just puts around the store. The man can't find what he's looking for, so when he sees this woman, he asks her if she knows where he can find it. Then all hell breaks loose. As I mentioned, this man ends up spending 47 days in jail over what were obviously false accusations. And as it turns out, this may not have been her first time. A lawsuit was just filed. I got the chance to speak to his civil rights attorneys. This is Solomon Radner from Detroit, Michigan, as well as his brother Counsel, who has a YouTube channel that you should definitely check out, where he does deep dives into trials across the country.
I just caught on to this, listening to this the second time, all right? Because I listen, like I said, I heard like 10 minutes of this John earlier. All right. So hold up, wait a minute. This lady has a pattern of accusing different men, of trying to kidnap her kids. And the FBI ain't get involved yet? A detective? Nothing? Olivia Benson ain't get a phone call? Y'all gotta be kidding me. Hold up, wait a minute. Yo, like all these men, like if it's not her first time doing it, these men but she ain't got no money to give. So even if they sued the crap out of her, what she gonna give them? Nothing but shit.
There's a individual named Mick Patel. He's based in Georgia, and he was going to a Walmart. He was actually going to pick up some medication for his mother, and he has trouble locating it. He's not usually shopping at Walmart. They usually have these medications on order. It's a very special type of Tylenol. It wasn't just a regular Tylenol. It was specific for maybe his mother who had like severe arthritis or something. It was a special type of Tylenol.
Dude, why don't you just say that they was giving her some oxycodone? All right, like that's it. They were giving her some oxycodone, 1, 2, or 3. I'm not sure which level.
He's there out of the blue. He can't really find it, and he finds a lady who he believes is just going to help him find the medication. In fact, you see an interaction between the two of them where he's kind of asking her, "Hey, where can I find this medication? What aisle should I look into?" And at some point, you see, and she's on this motorized scooter, which is really designated for the people that are disabled, but she's not disabled, but she's riding it, and she has her kids on her lap, and one of the kids starts to fall off. So he, as a good citizen, as a good person, tries to help save the kid from falling off of the scooter, puts her back on her lap, and she tells him where he can find that medication, where she believes that the medication could be. And then he goes and he gets the medication. He comes back to her. He shows her, hey, look, I found the medication. Strolls out of the store, just walking out of the store, pays for it, and that's really the extent of the interaction between these two individuals. Well, little does he know later that this individual goes and reports to the police that he was actually trying to kidnap her child.
Did someone try to take you from mommy?
Yeah.
Over there. And as soon as I did that, that's when he just picked him up out of my arms.
And that's where this whole investigation completely goes off the rails. He gets arrested. He's in jail for like 43 days or something like that. And on these
mofos didn't take the time to even look at the cameras to see that he didn't snatch no baby off her arms or anything like that. Like, I don't know. Like, in my opinion, this lady's going through some type of mental health. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to find the proper words, man, right now. Because we're talking about an airhead, yo. I'm not lying right now. This the real definition of a freaking airhead. Like, yo, wait a minute. Are we in 2026 or in the 1600s? Like, she don't look like she old. I know she knows there's cameras everywhere. But that just proves the point that I was saying earlier. Right? What I was talking about earlier. How when a woman screams, sirens blaze, handcuffs on, in an orange jumpsuit is what a man rocks after the woman screams whatever she screams. So my question is, again, should the woman that falsely accuse a man for whatever, the reason is, right? Should she get the same amount of time that they was going to give the man? Or should she just walk free like nothing, like she ain't do nothing, like she ain't just ruined someone's life over some false accusations?
charges of attempted kidnapping.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
I was in the Walmart and I had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him. The man is gone now, but...
Someone trying to snatch your baby?
Yes.
Okay, and just to confirm, this just occurred, correct?
Yeah, probably now, 30 minutes ago, that's right? Yeah.
Yo.
Now.
Occurred 30 minutes ago? Okay.
I'm sorry, I would have called sooner, but I got my baby back.
Okay, yes, ma'am, I understand.
Just a moment.
You're okay. I will go ahead and let the officers know, and they will...
Hold up, wait a minute. Yo, this bitch hires I didn't look, listen. See, I'm trying not to get to that level, but this chick hires shit. All right, she got to be on some shrooms. She got to be on something. That video does not show that man walking away with her baby, trying to take her baby from her. None of that. Like, what was going through her mind? What made her want to do this? It's like she has a sickness in her head. She ill. She don't need jail. She need a mental institution. Literally. All right? Not a mental hospital. A goddamn asylum.
Come out there and meet with you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
The woman calls 911 or whatever she does and reports that somebody had tried to kidnap her child. What happened when the cops arrived?
Cops arrived, talked to her. They watched the video footage of the incident, and that's where this really should have started and ended, unless, of course, they wanted to charge Miss Miller with a filing a false police report, which, of course, is a charge, I think, in every state. They chose not to do that. Instead, they chose. What they did was they took this video footage from Walmart, which is completely exculpatory and proves without question that there was absolutely no attempted kidnapping whatsoever. They took that footage with them, and then they went to a grand jury. And a woman by the name of Temperance Stoddard, I understand is the person who was the main witness there, testified to the grand jury that that Mr. Patel tried to kidnap this woman's child, and we have video proof. And supposedly she couldn't get the video to play, which we're all lawyers. We all know that anybody who is involved in law enforcement or litigation or criminal court or any sort of legal business, whatever that field might be, the most important thing you're ever going to play for a jury is going to be a video. Anybody who claims they couldn't get a video to play, I certainly would question that.
Is there a grand jury transcript?
Not that I have yet.
Did you?
So if you would question them, why didn't you question them?
You say that she testified to the grand jury that it was on video,
Yes.
and,
How
and
do
so
I know that?
if there's no transcript, how do we know that?
Right?
So obviously, I've been doing a little bit of investigation myself. I've been speaking to people who may or may not willing to be on the record just yet. When they are, obviously, I can see if they'll, see how much they're willing to share with whom and whatever. But simply put, the grand jurors themselves are willing to talk. Some of them are willing to talk, and some of them are willing to say what was going through their heads at the time and how damaging it was that this video wouldn't play, because then they just had to go on what was being alleged. And you and I both know that the probable cause standard is super, super, super low. The old adage is that any decent prosecutor can indict a ham sandwich. And that's what happened here. They decided.
What really happened is that they didn't have no video. All right, that was bullshit. The actual cameras at Walmart didn't show none of that. So I'm a little confused. Maybe, I don't know. I might have to go back. Let me see. What's the time stamp? 7:12. Let's see.
So when he sees this woman, he asks her if she knows where he can find it. Then all hell breaks loose. As I mentioned, this man ends up spending 47 days in jail over what were...
He's not usually shopping at Walmart. They usually have these medications on order. It's a very special type of Tylenol. It wasn't just a regular Tylenol. It was specific for maybe his mother who had like severe arthritis or something. It was a special type of Tylenol. He's there out of the blue. He can't really find it. And he finds a lady who he believes is just going to help him find the medication. In fact, you see an interaction between the two of them where he's kind of asking her, hey, where can I find this medication? What aisle should I look into? And at some point you see, and she's on this motorized scooter, which is really designated for the people that are disabled, but she's not disabled, but she's riding it, and she has her kids on her lap. And one of the kids starts to fall off. So he, as a good citizen, as a good person, tries to help save the kid from falling off the scooter, puts her back on her lap, and she tells him where he can find that medication, where she believes that the medication could be. And then he goes and
right? I know I wasn't tripping.
He comes back to her. He shows her, hey, look, I found the medication, strolls out of the store, just walking out of the store, pays for it. And that's really the extent of the interaction between these two individuals. Well, little does he know later.
That's what's crazy. Like, I know I wasn't tripping. I saw the video earlier. Like, when did he try to snatch the kid? When did he walk away with the kid and she try to go get the kid? Like, this chick is tripping.
Tylenol. And what was the next thing that happened for him?
It was a few days later that they got the arrest warrant, which was March 21st. March 24th is when he was in his car driving down the highway, got pulled over at gunpoint at the side of the road. He had no idea what was going on. No clue what was going on.
Walk back, walk back, walk back. Come to me, come to me. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Go down to your knees. Lay down on the ground. Hands up. Hands out to the side. Got him. Don't move. Yeah. You got any weapons on you or anything? No, of course not. No? I don't know, man. What's your name?
He said, I don't know.
Mahendra Patel. Mahendra? Yes, sir. Hey, you got a warrant for your arrest. Hold on a minute. Let's see a picture. Okay, thanks.
This is wild. That's fucked up.
Atlanta News First. She lived every parent's worst nightmare after police say someone tried to kidnap her child.
Atlanta News First. Bridget Spencer's live tonight at the Cobb County Jail. Bridget, this happened while they were at a Walmart.
Blair and Carly, this certainly is something this mother would like to forget. Tonight I talked to her and she walked us through those terrifying moments where she thought she was going to lose her child.
Did someone try to take you from mommy?
Yeah.
Nova, of course, wanted to ride the little motorized cart. So that's what we got on. And
What's even more wilder is how she coerced her kids to say yes if somebody was trying to kidnap them. That's crazy. So she's teaching her kids how to be liars, big liars at that, right? Like at young ages, little girls. Oh,
and it actually ended up breaking down. So that's when the man came up to me and asked, "Do you know where the Tylenol is?"
Police say it was this man, 56-year-old Mahendra Patel. Ackworth police tracked him down and arrested him after he left the Walmart. 2-year-old Jude was not hurt, and his sister was unharmed as well, something Miller is grateful for today.
There really are people out here, and then a mile radius of us right now, that have ill intentions, that are targeting people, that are planning to do these things. Just be prepared for it when it does.
The attorney who represented him was an attorney named Ashley Merchant. Turns out that she was able to look at those videos, and ultimately she was able to get the case completely dismissed.
Her children are sort of hanging off of this cart, and you see Mr. Patel almost lean in to help. And then moments later, literally split seconds later, she starts to rise to point out the Tylenol. Then within 1 or 2 seconds after that, you see her in a screen laughing with another gentleman.
Now, at the same point, something very interesting that they discovered about this individual, this may not have been the first time that she kind of made up some sort of allegations. There is another instance where she's actually part of a class action lawsuit against Lyft for what she claims was a rape. She claims that a Lyft driver.
oh snap! So this the chick we did the live on. Oh wow! The world is small. She's the Uber chick that accused the boy of rape. I didn't even peep that. This is wild. So could that be a lie too? Yo, see what I'm saying? Yo, we grew up with this idea that women are always nurturing, gentle, harmless, but predators don't come with, how can I say, a gender label. Some women manipulate, some women, coerce. Some women, how can I say, they violate boundaries, but society refuses to see it. Like, society refuses to see that it doesn't fit their narrative. Like, that's crazy. So when a man says instead of a crime, they don't see the trauma. They see a joke. And that, right? Like, look, listen, if y'all got a different perspective, y'all can tell them time. I'm over here stuttering my words. If y'all got a different perspective, the link is in the chat, man. Like, listen, 10, 15 minutes, chop it over to shorty. What you gotta say? Give your perspective. I ain't gonna interrupt you. Like, listen, because I'm not gonna sit here and lie. The system was built on old beliefs. Women are protectors. All right? Believes that say women are vulnerable, not dangerous. Believes that say it's crazy that a man is not allowed to cry on the shoulders of the person that he trusts the most. Or the person that shows them that, they can come to them and I can help you, get out of the situation, this depression. So when a man reports assault, or reports getting violated, right, the system hesitates. They investigate slower. They question harder. They doubt more. When it comes to women, it's not like that.
Tried to rape her, and as part of this class action lawsuit, that driver, by the way, was initially charged with rape, but pled to disorderly conduct, not your typical plea deal for someone who's facing, rape charges.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of us thought that, all right, because he pled guilty to the could he have done something, out of order? Because could he, have talked to her sexually in a way like that was disrespectful? Could he have, touched her, did something? But looking at this, did it even happen? But then it's like, why would you plead guilty? Did he plead guilty because he didn't see any other way out? He thought that nobody would believe him. I mean, I'm just asking questions. See, I'm a mother of 2 boys, and if something like this would happen to my son, trust and believe, I'm gonna fight tooth and nail, especially if he's innocent. Now, I've said this before. If my sons turn out to be predators, they going to jail. They know that shit. They know that shit. But other circumstances, no. You see where I'm coming from? Self-defense, all that shit, man. I'll fight tooth and nail for my kids. You got me fucked up.
And also, once you start looking into that case and you start seeing the details of what she claimed happened in that case, you start to really scratch your head. So, for example, the allegations in that complaint were that this person, this Lyft driver who attempted to rape her, she medication, her asthma medication, before he would conduct the rape, and he was okay with that. Apparently, yeah, sure, just go get your asthma medication. That he also wanted to take her to rape her. That is a situation where there may be a lot of embellishing of exactly what happened there.
When you watch the surveillance footage from Walmart, what do you see?
I see a pleasant interaction between a man and a woman with her kids. There's another man just a few feet away who has a follow-up pleasant interaction with that same woman. A few minutes later, after Mr. Patel finds the Tylenol and is leaving the store, he actually goes over to her and says, "Hey, look, I found it. Here's the Tylenol." And there's another pleasant interaction, and she actually gives him a thumbs up. And then he leaves. And any sane human being who watches this video knows that there was not an attempted kidnapping there. Let me kind of explain what happened next. They get him indicted on very, very serious charges. Georgia has some interesting laws about...
Damn, this happened in Georgia?
It doesn't have to happen until much closer to trial. So none of this video was disclosed to the defense attorney. The defense attorney is, in my opinion...
They try to screw him over.
Best defense attorneys in the state of Georgia, Ashley Merchant. She's had a number of cases that had a lot of publicity over the last several years, and she is a tremendous, tremendous attorney. It's a good thing that Mr. Patel is a man of means and is able to afford such excellent representation. I shudder to think of what would have happened if he would have gotten, for example, a public defender. You never know what you're going to get when you get a public defender. They're just worked too thin. She's his lawyer, and she starts demanding the evidence. Prosecutor's not turning it over. So Ms. Merchant starts wondering, what's the deal here? Why aren't they turning this over? They don't have to, but why aren't they? Why wouldn't they do it? So she decides to subpoena the footage directly from Walmart. The prosecutor, and I think this is consciousness of guilt. And when I take the depositions of some of these folks, I plan on really getting into this in a lot of detail. The prosecutor filed a motion to quash that subpoena, which begs the question, why?
Right?
Why didn't they want the defense to see that video? Well, the court overruled that objection, and the court allowed Ms. Merchant to subpoena the footage directly from Walmart. And as soon as she got it, she released it to the public, and there was outrage, absolute outrage, because Mr. Patel spent 47 days in jail when there was this conclusive exculpatory evidence the entire time that the police and prosecutor sat on and let an innocent man sit in jail for 47 days. They ought to be ashamed of themselves for what they did. Frankly, they should be in prison for what they did to this man.
I mean, I say that about everybody that does some harm to anybody, right? Like, listen, doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, for real, for real. But my thing is, why does it, why does this happen constantly, back to back, back to back? All right, to the men within our societies.
That's how outrageous it is.
Is the reason that he was sitting in jail for 47 days because he had a extremely high bond?
It was no bond. He was just kept in jail. Because the
Damn.
charges were so serious, and he has significant ties out of the country.
But they had the video. They had the video. And both sides, all right, knew that he wasn't even trying to kidnap. And I knew the judge already knew in hand a little bit of what was going on. Like, come on, man. Look, listen, man. We'll get into some, we'll listen. We'll get into that topic later. All right, the corruption of the courts and much more. But listen, that'll be another topic. But snap, like this shit is wild. That's sad.
So the prosecutor went to the judge and said, "Oh, we can't let this man out. He's a flight risk. If we let him go, he's a dangerous man who likes to kidnap children in Walmart, and then he'll fly away across the world."
Knowing damn well he innocent.
They knew it
Great.
was lies when they said it.
Do we know for a fact that they watched the actual surveillance footage on the day of?
Yeah, writers for life. Sometimes you gotta just sit back and wait for the light to break through. Keep that faith tucked close. Lost in the dead of night, just waiting for the dawn. Feeling the heavy weight of a concern that's held too long. But I gotta stay true to the soul, see the vision through, trusting in His timing. Yeah, that's the only move. No time to be bored, no time to look back. Keeping my eyes on the prize, staying on the track, praying for that strength when the whole world starts to shake. Got that fire in my heart and I won't let it break. Through the darkest hour, yeah, I'm gonna rise again. With a little bit of patience, my time is coming, friend. The waves might crash, but I'm learning how to swim. I'm looking for the light when the world is looking dim. The storm's gonna pass, that's the truth. I'm gonna find, stay resilient in the spirit, leave the fear behind. Hold on, be near, my blessings are on the way. I can feel the shift, I can see a brighter day. In the silence, I can finally hear His voice. Holding tight to every promise, yeah, I made the choice. Don't lose that hope, cause it's the key to the door. Success is calling out, I don't fear the struggle no more. Patience is the path, yeah, it's the walk I gotta take. Following the blueprints that the King of Kings makes. Stay solid in the grace, keep your head to the sky. Even when the clouds come up, I'm still gonna fast. Storms gonna pass, that's the truth, that I'm gonna find. Stay resilient in the spirit, leave the fear behind. Hold on, be near, my blessings are on the way. I can feel the shift, I can see a brighter day. In the silence, I can finally hear His voice. Holding tight to every promise, yeah, I made the choice. I watched the old chapters crumble into the clay, clearing out the room so the favor could have its way. They thought it was a setback, but it was a setup from above, covering my steps with a blanket of pure love. I'm standing on a foundation that can never be undone, counting every battle that was already won. The testimonies written, the manifestations real, breaking through the ceiling with a power they can feel. No weapon formed against me is ever gonna stand. Walking into abundance, taking over the land. From the valley to the summit, now I'm looking at the view. Every single breakthrough is completely overdue. It's the choice to believe when you can't even see. It's the choice to be still, it's the choice to be free. Every tear that I dropped was a seed in the ground. Now I'm waiting for the harvest. Look at what I find. Storms gonna pass, that's the truth. I'm gonna find. Stay resilient in the spirit, leave the fear behind. Hold on, be near, my blessings are on the way. I can feel the shift, I can see a brighter day. In the silence, I can finally hear His voice. Holding tight to every promise, yeah, I made the choice. The rain is clear and the landscape is brand new. Every single promise is finally breaking through. We survived the winter, now we're standing in the sun. Look at the elevation and what the Lord has done. Hold tight, it's the key. Patience, that's the path. Stay solid. Writers for life.